GreenStalk tower versus dollar store DIY tower. Join me. Well, there is my GreenStalk. This is a little company, family owned in Tennessee, and now they distribute even in Europe. It is a wonderful tower. This is year 2 of my having this, and I am growing a lot of food in here. I am growing all kinds of tomatoes. The ripest ones are way down in. I've already pulled some off. I'm growing herbs. I've got celery. And let me tell you, this is a great way to grow celery because it's right near the kitchen. And this is my own little invention. I put a peony ring up on top. It's got the little posts going down into 3 of the pockets, and then I am growing these little quirk F1 cucumbers in here. Quirk F1. And they're on their way up. They will climb to the top and then go around the ring together. What I learned last year was put a bread wire in there to help hold it stable so it doesn't jingle jangle. But wow, this is fabulous. Now on the bottom 2 tiers, I've got mint and marigolds and leeks and other herbs. I've got lemon thyme and regular thyme and rosemary and all kinds of flowers intermingled. I've got alyssum. See, it's just on its way for a second bloom. Those are just loaded with buds down there. And some salvia, just for the color. Look at this. This is called a patio tomato. I just bought it off the shelf because, you know, growing 23 varieties wasn't enough. I had to try one more. But yeah, this is Cherry Falls. And wow, it is a great tomato. Just loaded. This one is, I don't know, I'd have to read the tag, but I think it's a Tiny Tim. But yeah, I've got some leeks down in there. Now, I don't get consistent sun in this spot. So what I have to do is I have to, give it a spin. So I purchased the spinner base and wheels. The wheels allow me to move it all over the place to get the best sun, and I can lock them. There is a drain, so it doesn't let you, water too much. Excess will flow out. And I'll show you what the reservoir up top looks like. Here I am on the top, and you can see my little climbing apparatus that I made out of like a peony hoop. And they're already climbing up and gonna do their thing. This is the reservoir that holds the water. Now, you don't have to get up here to water on a ladder. You can do that with your hose nozzle. But it has 6 little holes in the edges to go down into the pockets, and a center one that carries it down to little tray reservoirs in each of the tiers. And then those little holes will water the pockets. It's been great. So far, even though we've had crazy stupid temperatures, I have not had to water more than once a day. Now that might change because we're 90s every single day this week. And this baby is full. Another thing about this reservoir is this is how I fertilize. I put a liquid fertilizer in this top tier with water, and it drips down and fertilizes everything. Now, I'm not saying that this always works perfectly because I've got some plants in here that are thirsty. Celery, for example, says, well, thank you for that drink. And then it says, now, could I have another glass of water? That's just the kind of plants that they are. Not so bad for a GreenStalk harvest today. Woohoo. So these are my DIY dollar store towers. I'll link a video that shows how Al and I put these together. But they have a rod running down the center. They have a piece of pipe from the plumbing center holding them up. And when I purchased these, it was $20 all in to create each of them. So a fraction of what it costs for the GreenStalk. But there are limitations. One thing I did with these, come on closer, Al, is there are multiple holes to punch out in the bottom, and I only punched out one because it's a very small little reservoir of soil and so forth. That has really helped. It's enough to drain it out, and it's enough to keep in plenty of water. It works for me here in my zone 5B. Now, I tried some vegetables in here, lettuce and other greens, and I found that the only thing that really worked super well for me through the whole season was herbs. So I went flowers this year, and I tried an experiment of all kinds of different things. What I'm finding is the best flowers in here are the alyssum, the dianthus, and the marigolds. The zinnias do pretty well, and the snaps do pretty well also, but they do get big. I'd have to pick a smaller variety. Now, I thought I was putting the pixie type cosmos in here, and apparently something went wrong, or they didn't get the memo. I also stuck in some various wildflowers, which those haven't bloomed yet. Some Chinese forget-me-nots. Come on closer here, Al. And some salvia. That works really well too, but again, it gets pretty large in these little pockets. I do find that it gets very thirsty, and I absolutely cannot miss a day of watering. This one is really huge. Look at this monster here. That's almost too much. But it works well, and it is reasonable. So if you are really in a budget crunch, these would be great for your herbs and your flowers. And in different climates, it probably would be better for vegetables as well. Well, GreenStalk, DIY dollar store, they both have great purpose in my garden. Different price points, different advantages, different disadvantages. And I do have to say, if you want one of those GreenStalks, although I am not supported by them, definitely make the plunge and do it, because these things are going to last me for decades. And that's the kind of garden equipment I appreciate. The DIY dollar store ones are holding their own too, and I'm excited about that. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge, and that's okay. Bye for now, and we'll see you on the next one.